This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
A new list of bowl projections, and it's good. It's good for the Red Raiders.
If they don't have the Red Raiders in the playoff, you can take a torch to it.
Mark Schlabach does. He has number 11 Penn State coming here to Texas Tech. That'd be fun.
So we would be the
6th seed. Yeah, the 6th seed. So it works like this. So he has South Florida as the 12th seed playing at the 5 seed Ole Miss, and then the 11 seed Penn State at Texas Tech. He has the 10 seed Georgia at number 7 Oklahoma. The other guy in this ESPN poll has number 10 Georgia at number 7 Texas Tech, and then both of them have Alabama at number 8 Indiana. Okay, so you just got to keep winning. It's as simple as that. You keep winning.
I have in fact heard that rumor. If you want to make the college football playoff, you just have to keep winning.
Yeah, but I mean,
wins. Sometimes it's hard to just think one game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but that's
go 1-0 this week.
That's right. Go 1-0 this week.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
The Cougars.
We're not looking ahead to Kansas. We're not worried about a trap game. We got to focus on Houston.
Yeah, no.
Houston's 4-0, man.
That's right.
We got a big week ahead of us.
That's right. Ohio State's 1, Oregon is 2, and let's see who I don't have who's 3.
Do those two have to play each other in the regular season? Guessing not. If they have them 1 and 2.
No, I don't think so.
If they're predicting them 1 and 2 in the playoff.
Yeah, I don't think so. So that's just. And keep that December 19th and 20th date on your calendar open. Right now, no Christmas parties on those dates. That Friday night or Saturday at any time. Okay, just open. Keep it open. So all you lucky ladies out there that are scheduling stuff, make sure that you just keep 19th and 20th wide open. All right. Do you have the 19th and 20th wide open on your calendar?
I'm checking my schedule to see what I got with the schedule that really matters.
Yeah, the basketball schedule.
Yeah.
Gotcha. No, I understand. I mean, you're not going to have very many of those, so you got to take them out while you can. I wanted to get your opinion on what you thought about the Colorado fine from the Big 12. The Big 12 reprimanded Colorado and fined them $50,000 publicly, reprimanded them. This comes after a derogatory chant from Buffalo fans targeted against the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints during Saturday's game against BYU. The league said this hateful and discriminatory language has no home in the Big 12. While we appreciate Colorado apologizing for the chants that occurred in the stands during Saturday's game, the Big 12 maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Is it enough to discourage other home teams from having their fans do that, or is this a one-off?
Oh, man. I don't know what to think. I mean, I think it's great that they fined him. I think that we probably have deserved a similar fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just because this one was attacking their religion.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it makes it different. I don't know how you fix this. I don't know if this makes fans from other schools go, oh, hey, we better not do that. Or does this make fans from other schools, because they're 19 to 22-year-olds who are probably lubed up with their, alcohol content, does it make them do it more? I have no idea how people are going to respond to this, but I'm fine with them doing it.
Okay.
And I don't care if it was F the Cougars. I'm fine with them fining them for it. Okay, I get that that's something that those are things that you hear when you go to a sporting event. I don't think it's necessary. I don't know how you stop it. I really don't.
I would.
I mean, just get a large hose out and just start hosing down our student section. I don't know.
And I think it's
Who pays the fine?
the university does.
Who did the crime?
Well, the fans did.
Right.
The fans.
Students.
So you aren't stopping the fans
And
by doing this. You're penalizing the school who wants to stop the fans, but we can't stop our fans from doing this.
I just want to tell you, it's not just the students that do this. It is
Did I say students?
no.
No, I did. I do. I believe you. I think the large majority is students, but I'm sure that there are adults too.
It gets contagious in the stands because, I mean, you know, depending on who's sitting behind us, I mean, there's plenty of vulgar language coming from adults that from time to time you have to get some help going, hey, listen, man, I got a 12-year-old sitting next to me. I got a 5-year-old next to me. Can we tone it down just a little bit? Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's necessary. But that's what sports fans do.
I get it, but I'm here to tell you,
And I'm fine with people being fined. I'm fine with people being thrown out for it. I mean, if you're screaming the F-bomb at somebody that, oh, by the way, can't hear you, okay? Right. I have no problem with ushers going, you know what, you're out of here. Or give them a warning. Hey, if I hear that one more time, you're gone.
And that's generally what happens. That's generally what happens. They get the people that, whether they're vaping or throwing tortillas after the opening kickoff or throwing other things or
where did the vaping come in?
Well, because that takes place too, and they don't allow that. I mean, and you know but that irritates people that are sitting behind them, you know, and
but they also don't allow people to bring flasks in their boot. But it's kind of
happens. Yeah,
happens.
This is what Deion Sanders said. He said, "That's not indicative of who we are. Our student body, our kids are phenomenal, so don't indict us just based on a group of young kids that probably was intoxicated and high simultaneously." I mean, again,
hey man,
I'm here
to
tell you, there's plenty of 30 and 40 and 50 and 60-year-olds that are screaming their heads off and cussing as well, and it is not just the students.
Yes, but I think in this situation, it was a chant that was coming from the student section.
Yeah,
they knew that was.
And I'm sure it got contagious, you know, as it kind of spread through, much like the wave. I've seen it happen too many times.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I have time for this day in sports history. Today is the first day of October 2025. Here is Jeff McGuire with this day in sports history.
1924.
Pavo Nurmi?
Pavo Nurmi, Finnish distance runner, runs a world record 4-mile in 19 minutes, 15.4 seconds. He then ran a 5-mile in 24 minutes, 6 seconds, 0.2.
5 miles?
5 miles. After a 4-mile.
Okay.
In 24:06.2 in Russia. I would not want to do either of those. He did them both in the same day. That is why he is the official marathon runner of the Morning Drive. 1932. Babe Ruth's legendary call, boys. Taunted by the Cubs dugout, he points to center field before homering into Wrigley Field's bleachers in the 5th inning of Game 3 of the World Series. Yankees win 7-5. Do you guys believe that he called the shot, or was he telling the pitcher it was only one?
Looks like he's calling the shot when you see the grainy video or film.
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss John Sterling on the Yankee broadcast?
I liked him, but I think they're fine with who they have now.
Okay.
1961, Yankees outfielder Roger Maris becomes the Major League Baseball's all-time single home run leader when he surpasses Babe Ruth's record of 60 with his 61st off Boston rookie Tracy Stallard in a 1-0 win at Yankee Stadium. So not only did he get the home run, not only did he get the record, but he hit the game-winning RBI and scored the game-winning run. I'm just saying he had a pretty good day.
Yeah, it's crazy when you think about that, having a one-run game like that, getting the 61st, blah, blah, blah.
1989, Dallas
It's like when
Cowboys.
Jeter got his 3,000th, he went 5 for 5 and had an RBI hit in the game to win it in the 9th. Mm-hmm. That's the way you do it, right there. You go 5 for 5. He did it with a home run, but later drove in a run to win the game.
1989, Dallas Cowboy defensive end Ed Too Tall Jones records his 1,000th NFL tackle in a 30-13 loss to the New York Giants at Texas Stadium. And in 2005, Texas Tech Cody Hodges rushes and passes for scores, and John Saldi.
John Saldi, yeah, that's right. His dad played for the Cowboys.
For a touchdown in a 30-17 win over Kansas.
Nice.
I do not remember this game.
Where is it? Was it here? It was here, right?
I do not remember this game.
Okay.
I don't know. And it's a little embarrassing that I do not remember this game because it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it was, but
2005.
It wasn't that long ago.
It's 20 years ago.
I should be embarrassed, and I am. Happy Homemade Cookies Day.
Nice.
Happy National Pumpkin Seed Day, which is the first Wednesday in October every year.
Did you ever have the pumpkin seeds, where you put them in the oven and then you...
Absolutely. That's what this is.
Crunched them up. Okay, ate them.
Happy Pudding Season. And Happy World Vegetarian Day. Last week we had Hug a Vegetarian. Today we have just Vegetarian Day.
When do we question a vegetarian?
Well, we talk to Josh all the time, and I'm sure we ask him a bunch of questions. So
Yeah.
no reason for a day for that.
Do you have a pudding favorite?
Chocolate's the only one I eat.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Miss Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews. Turns 90 today. Brie Larson's 36. Randy Quaid, 75. Zach Galifianakis is 56. Mark McGuire, 62. And Rod Carew is 80. And on this day, Jamie Lent would have been a very happy guy in 1890. An act of Congress creates Yosemite National Park,
Nice.
home of such natural wonders as Half Dome and the giant sequoia trees. Environmental trailblazer John Muir and his colleagues campaigned for the congressional action, which was signed into law by President Benjamin Harrison and paved the way for generations of hikers, campers, and nature lovers, along with countless "Don't Feed the Bear" signs. And that is this day in sports history.
Stay in sports history, 6:50 this morning here on the morning drive. Here's another college football playoff prediction. This is from On3 Sports, Jamie. In this particular case, they have the Red Raiders in it, but as the 9 seed and playing at the 8 seed, Penn State.
Okay.
So you'd have to travel to Happy Valley, which I'm sure people would have.
See, now we're really. If you could make that on the 19th, Friday the 19th, everybody could travel up there for that,
Yeah.
and then the next day they could travel over to New York City and watch the men's basketball team on
Yeah.
the 20th.
Yeah, because that's a problem for some folks.
That would be quite a road trip. College football playoff game and watch the Red Raiders
Sure.
play Duke in
Madison Square
Garden.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Man, that's man.
Have you been to Madison Square Garden?
I haven't really. It's not that exciting to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the arena itself, or just going to that place?
Everybody talks about Madison Square Garden. I just don't. I don't hold it in such incredibly high regard like everybody else does.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'd love to watch the Red Raiders play in New York. But
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden's not a big deal to me.
Okay. I think it'd be cool. The world's most famous arena, all those kinds of things.
Exactly.
I'd probably beat it to death.
Yes.
I would probably beat it to death.
Probably?
Probably.
You could cut
I
that
know I
out
would
of the-
because
Would already.
I know I would, because I did a game from the Fabulous Forum in Inglewood, and I can't tell you how many times I said the Fabulous Forum that night. We're here at the Fabulous Forum in Inglewood,
Yeah.
It's so I know, and it wasn't that fabulous. I mean, in the bowels of it. But let me ask you.
You said fabulous 4 times in about a minute here. You were on the broadcast for what, 2.5 hours?
2.5, 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of math.
That's right.
Let's just say you did it a lot.
Let me ask you this. Here's the top 4 seeds according to On3 Sports: Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, and Texas A&M. How many of those will be a top 4 seed when it's all said and done?
I'll guess 2.
2. Which 2? I can tell you don't like this game.
Ohio State and Oregon.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think A&M or Miami are going to be in the top 4.
Miami's going to lose to Florida State this weekend.
Wow. Okay. So there you go. Okay, so then you have then the others that are in are Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Alabama, Penn State, Texas Tech, Georgia Tech, and Memphis. I got to think out of those 12.
5 SEC teams.
I'm sorry?
5 SEC teams.
I wasn't counting, but yeah, your math probably checks out. I don't think Memphis is going to be a playoff team. I don't think Georgia Tech's going to be a playoff team. There's probably somebody at Ramblin' Rick 97.6 or whatever that's going to say, Texas Tech, they're not going to be in the college football playoff if they're looking at the top 12.
I think ACC will get 2 in. That's the big question, right?
Yeah.
Because if you figure that Miami is going to get in.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, on our it's just because the lucky lady pointed this out last night, on our Texas Tech Alumni Association calendar, today, October 1st, 1925, first official day of classes at Texas Technological College. So happy 100 year of classes for Texas Tech.
If you're still in school,
you got a problem.
Good luck.
I mean, if you're still alive and you went to school that day, I'd tip my hat to you.
No doubt.
Yes.
No,
absolutely.
Because you'd probably be about 118
Unless you've
years
done
old.
The things that are all this Chapman's done, then I'm not tipping my hat to you.
Right.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
The Morning Drive. Good morning with Jamie Lent and Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. It's nice to have you with us this morning. Thank you for spending a portion of your day, or if you spend the whole day with us. We really, 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 really appreciate that.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be weird. You're going to be sitting behind my desk while I'm sitting there, putting the podcast together and while I'm doing logs.
Spending the day with us on the radio. Okay?
Jeff, you made it about you. That means listening to the radio.
He said spending the day with us.
That's not what he meant.
I meant us
He meant
collectively.
listening
Weird.
to our radio station.
Yeah, collectively us, whether it's the end of the bench, the bottom line, or it's baseball today, tech talk this afternoon, all that stuff. Got the Cowboys crosstalk tonight at 7, So we got plenty of stuff going on. And we got this big football game coming up on Saturday with Texas Tech and Houston. Cougars are 4-0 in the season, 1-0 in the Big 12, just like the Red Raiders. Tech is ranked 11th in one poll, Associated Press, 14th in the coaches poll. So feel like that I haven't seen and I don't go searching this out. So to say that I haven't seen the line means it hasn't hit me across the face. Okay. So I'm assuming Texas Tech's favored, and I'm assuming it's, I don't know.
It's up to 11.5.
Oh, 11.5. Okay, double digits. I was going to say somewhere around 7 or so. My friend Mike weighed in yesterday with his score prediction. You want to get Mike's prediction?
Sure.
43-13 Red Raiders.
I like it. I'll take that.
Okay. So, there was a time when Houston was really, really good. Between 79 and 85, they won 7 straight. Red Raiders won in 86, winning at Jones Stadium 34-7. then tied a game, then lost 3 straight, and since 1991, you've lost 1 game, and that was September the 26th, 2009, losing 29-28. So, and that's a game you should have won, frankly. And then it wasn't that long ago, Jamie, in 2022, so 3 years ago, it took you 2 overtimes to win.
Yeah.
33-30. So,
well, that took them 2 forward passes on 1 play to get us to overtime.
You won in 23, which is the last time that these 2 teams have played. That game was here in Lubbock, and that was a 49-28 affair.
Wasn't that play reviewed as well? And they still didn't catch the 2 forward passes?
No, I don't think. I think it was before. I think it was longer ago than just a few years ago. I don't think it was reviewable. I thought, yeah, because they got away with it.
No, I know they got away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have sworn there. Maybe it wasn't against Houston where the opponent had
no,
2.
it was against Houston. But when Chuck, tell me again what years we played them.
Here
recently, yeah.
Okay, so we played them in 23, won 49-28.
I don't think it was that game.
Played them in 22 and won in 2 overtimes, 33-30. Played them in 21. That was a neutral site, and won 38-21.
That was at NRG, right?
I believe so. Yes.
I feel like it was even before this.
Played them in 18.
Yeah.
And won 63-49.
Maybe it was that year.
That was at Jones Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet it was then.
Yeah. Somebody reminds me of the Andre Ware, David Klingler, and Manny Hazard lighting us up. That was in 1990.
I like
51-35.
I like Ware on television. I think he's good.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
According to a very quick Google search, it was 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we gathered. Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah. Good job, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie had that recollection. Here's a couple things at Houston. This is just looking at numbers. Okay, they are 3rd in total defense in the Big 12. Red Raiders are 2nd, allowing 266 yards a game. Tech's 239. So maybe something to.
Who's first?
I do not know.
Okay.
Texas Tech is 1st in rushing defense. That's pretty cool. Because there have been many a time when you were 10, 11, or 12 in that. You're 7th in passing defense. I'd like to see a little bit improvement there. Coach Sheil Wood talked about the passing defense and the corners specifically for Houston. They're 2nd. They only allow 140 yards per ball game. So
still think you're just 1 game in, really hard to tell.
No doubt.
A lot of those numbers have to do with your non-conference games, which
your cupcakes.
Some schedules are lighter than others.
Mm-hmm. So Kenny Perry, the Texas Tech special teams coach, was made available to the media yesterday, and he was asked about his kicking situation because Upton Belafont is still listed ahead of Stone Harrington. It's because of the alphabetic order. He's a B, Harrington is an H, but it still has an OR. So the question was, what does Stone Harrington have to do to be the starting kicker, or is he?
We'll see what he does in practice. I mean, I'm not going to change my – you guys know that. We'll see what happens in practice, pregame, but, he did, I guess, Utah, pregame he was on fire and his leg was live, so – I kind of just go with the hot guy. So he had a good week. So hopefully he continues this week. But, I keep saying whether it's Upton or Ian, whoever it is, they're going to be expected to perform. So I feel good about that. I feel good where we're at.
What do you make of that?
Stone is your starting kicker.
First off, I don't know what the obsession is.
Okay.
Second off, Stone Harrington runs out there and kicks first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he kicks. And Upton Belafont did not kick last time, right?
I don't believe so.
What else do we need to see?
I think we're just wanting to see that or go away.
Who cares what's written on the paper?
I don't know.
It's there. It's there so the kid, so Upton Belafonte feels like, hey, we still have faith in you too.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I understand. But if you're watching the games, we all know who the starter is.
Yeah, no, I got it. But then what? Do you think it's just superstitiousness?
No, I think they appreciate Upton and they think that he's a good kicker too, and they don't. And they're like, hey, we're confident in you too, Upton. You know, if we know if we needed you, we could go to you too.
Can't they just tell him that?
They probably do. I don't know.
Maybe
it
that
doesn't
is
say
them telling him that.
It doesn't say Baron Morton or Will Hammond.
Well, because Barron is a senior and Will is a freshman.
Now, it does say Cam Dickey or Jacoby Williams. Who do you think's the starter there at running back?
I think it's Jacoby Williams.
I do
but
too.
They used both of them a bunch, and they've said from the beginning, Coach has talked about, committee.
Right.
They want both those guys to know.
We call them the...
What else do we need to see? One guy goes out and kicks in games. What else do we need to see?
We have John Carlos Miller II or Terrence Carter. That's kind of interesting to me.
One's the blocking tight end and one is the receiving tight end.
I know, but I mean, John
Are we
Carlos
allowed to not use our eyes to watch the game?
John Carlos, he's cut some balls as well.
I think I said that backwards. Are we not allowed to use our eyes to watch the game?
We are.
What is this obsession with the oars with the kickers? Are we the only media members asking about this?
No, I did not ask this question. Collier did. He's under your charge too.
What do we need to do? Watch the game. We know who the kicker is.
Yeah, right.
And he's killing it.
Yeah.
He's
Then
killing it.
It's not a situation where he's not killing.
Doesn't
I
he?
know.
And then we
Doesn't
ask,
he
why do we not have a starting kicker?
Doesn't he deserve to wear the starter's tag then? I mean, shouldn't he? Stonehair,
Well, there's a tag
or
now.
is
I didn't know there's
Upton
a tag.
Belafonte fragile? I don't think he's fragile. Are the kickers fragile that they got to? Well, Mary Jane may go out with you next week.
Well, they're French.
Or,
They're fragile.
I would think Stone Harrington, what he needs is for them to say, go kick.
And I just think it's one of those deals where they're just superstitious.
Superstitious. That's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't want to jinx the kickers.
You know what? If that's the case, that's great.
I think-
But doesn't stop the rest of us from being smart enough to watch the game and figure out who's the starting kicker.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right, guys, we've done a little bit of this already, and I'm just going to add a little extra to it today. I want you to give me your top three in order in the Big 12 Conference, and the reason I'm wanting you to do this is because I want to see where you rank Houston. So I want you to give me the top three and where you put Houston.
Okay.
And they may be in your top three. I don't know. I mean, they're an undefeated team. They've got the same record as you. You may have them at number one. I don't know. So just give me your top three in the Big 12, and then, where do you have Houston? Right there? A ways back? Are they still not nearly as good as their record shows? Just kind of trying to gauge where you guys have the Cougars.
Okay. I'm going to put Iowa State number one because they're 2-0, and I think that they have been impressive so far. Okay. I'm going to put Texas Tech at number two because even though they have played two nobodies and one somebody that thought they were a somebody, Oregon State at one point in time, they kind of thought they were, maybe. They thought they were prettier at the ball than they really were. And then you have the Big 12 win, obviously, at Utah. And then I'm going to put Arizona State at number three because they're 2-0, and you're like, well, why aren't they two? Because I think after watching them, I don't think they're as good as a team overall as the Red Raiders. I don't think they're as good defensively. I don't think they're as good offensively. I think they're a nice team. I don't think they're as good as you. With regard to Houston,
and you can kind of guesstimate.
I'm going to say
you can guesstimate.
I'm going to say, 11.
Okay.
11.
All right, my top three. Texas Tech, Iowa State, BYU. I've got Houston in that 7-8 range right now. I've got them behind Utah. I think Utah's a better team. I've got them behind Kansas right now. I think those two teams are really close, but I think Kansas is just a little bit better. I've got not a TCU. I don't know what we're going to do with the Horned Frogs. I don't know where they're going to fall in this. They could jump up. They could stay where they're at, which is near the bottom of the conference. I don't think this is a Houston team as bad as we have seen. I think they are much improved, but I don't think they're above 7 or 8 in the conference.
Okay, can you give me your top three again? I'm sorry.
Texas Tech, Iowa State, BYU.
Okay.
I have Arizona State at 4, just outside of the top 3.
Okay, I have. A lot of times I do this off of resume. I feel like this week I'm more off of what I think they really are. And I have Texas Tech at the top. I have Iowa State at number 2, and I have Utah at number 3. I still think Utah is one of the top 3 teams in the conference. I think they have a loss because they played the best team. Okay? I think Iowa State is obviously really good too, and I think that we're kind of sleeping on them a little bit. But yeah, Iowa State number 2 in my list.
Where do you have? Where would you put BYU and
I have
Arizona?
BYU at 4, Arizona State at 5, TCU at 6, Baylor at 7, and at 8 I have the University of Houston.
Okay.
Okay, so my question: you have Houston way deeper than Jeff and I do.
Yeah.
So let me throw a few schools at you, and I'll ask you this. So like I have Cincinnati at 9, Kansas at 10, Arizona at 11. You got Houston behind all those schools?
Yes. I think KU's better than Houston. I think Arizona. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think so. And that's kind of what I was looking at too. And I was thinking, well, I know they're not better than UCF, Oklahoma State. I mean, I know they are better than UCF, Oklahoma State, and West Virginia. Colorado's 0-2 in the Big 12, so they got problems.
Colorado should have almost did beat BYU, right? Mm-hmm. And Houston just cruised past Colorado, right? And I know you can't do the theory of relativity and all that good stuff.
Relatively, okay.
Yeah, but Houston, handled Colorado extremely easily, right? Mm-hmm. Yet we're giving all sorts of confidence in BYU when they just barely beat them.
Yeah.
And you're giving Houston no credit for just handling them easily.
Right. I just, there's probably some recency bias and long-time bias and just overall bias.
Yeah, I think Houston is a really good defensive team.
Mm-hmm. I think you're probably right about that.
And I think they're a lot better on offense because they have a real quarterback. Who's good.
And that tight end, I mean, they talked glowingly about he's a big target, the 6'7" kid.
Okay. But, I think they're decent. I just there's a lot of teams in this conference I just can't put in front of Houston. I think it gets really hard to rank them when you get in the middle there just because, I mean, I don't know what to think of. Kansas, obviously, they're really good on offense, but they can't
stop
play
anybody.
Defense. Mm-mm. Cincinnati beats Kansas, but I mean,
is that more about the KU defense and lack thereof than the Cincinnati offense?
I mean, I have Kansas State. I mean, I feel like they're more talented than they've shown so far, but I have them way down at 12. I don't know where to put them. I don't know where to put Arizona. Arizona has looked good so far this year, except for that game at Iowa State, which was the first real team that they've played, and they were never in that game against Iowa State. I mean, it was Cupcake City for Iowa State.
Yeah. I mean, Houston so far has played Stephen F. Austin. They won 27-0. They won at Rice, which is, crosstown, right? 35-9. They beat Colorado 36-20. They beat them at home. And then they won at Oregon State in overtime 27-24. And I think you got to look at that game and go, God,
I think that's fair, but I felt like going in that was going to be a bit of a trap game for them.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of giving them a pass on them playing poorly last Friday. Yeah. And maybe that's not fair for me to do.
You know, it is interesting. I mean, the Cougars are, no question, better than what they have been in recent years. All right.
You're also, as of right now, an 11-point favorite on the road.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Come to you from the First United Bank studio. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line, Visual Edge IT hotline. Usual stuff, 806-771-0973. I feel like hour one was just maybe a little wonky, just a little. Hour two was, man, that was Marconi stuff right there. Okay. Award-winning right there.
All right. So
was it all the kicker conversation?
No, it's just I just felt it was very smooth. It went well. We had good convo. We had good reaction from the chat line. I felt like it flew by, like it just went by.
And I enjoyed all the Bobby Petrino jokes from the chat line.
Yeah,
Thank you for sending those in. Yeah,
people like this. Oh, Chuck, put that rock back in your pocket. Poor man, just like giving motorcycle rides. Relax. Okay.
Somebody else said he cleared out those 3 spots in his coaching staff for 3 new volleyball players.
Yeah. Yeah. David says this, and look, his brother said that Mike Gundy was going to coach again, and Cale said, who played quarterback at Oklahoma, we're going to coach together. Saw a funny post about Gundy was an option for Arkansas. Hey, he's still a young man. He's like 58. I mean, he's in that ballpark of probably got one more in him, and his next time he may not be quite as crazy.
Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if he coached again.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't, if I was I wouldn't want him here at Texas Tech because he's coached our rival, but if I was at Arkansas, I would feel like, hey, this guy's built a program before and won a lot of games and all that good stuff, so I don't think I would not consider him.
And one of the guys that's on the list too is Gus Malzahn, who he was the head coach at UCF, and now he's like the offensive coordinator at Florida State. But they said, he kind of walked away from UCF because he wanted to be the pressure of being the head coach. But I mean, he's a guy that was at Arkansas State. He's an Arkansas guy. He's one of them. And then the guy from SMU. He's also one of them. He grew up in Spring, Arkansas, which is not.
Why did I think that Malzahn has coached at Arkansas before?
He's coached at Arkansas State.
I know, but I thought he was at the university.
He might have been an assistant.
Okay.
But I don't. He was not the head. He's not been the head coach.
I mean, come on, Jamie. This is the morning drive. Everything is Arkansas.
Oh boy, I drove right into that one, didn't I?
Sure did.
I didn't even see it coming either.
Just like I got T-boned right there.
It happens.
Sometimes it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it's Arkansas.
We'll have baseball today. Tigers and the Guardians from Cleveland. That'll be at 11:30. First pitch at noon. The playoff baseball on the radio is just tremendous. I mean, it's just terrific, especially the day baseball. You can kind of dial in and pick it up, and I mean, it's just it's great stuff. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And then we have the Dodgers and the Reds tonight from Chavez Ravine. That's a 8 o'clock first pitch on 100.7 The Score. That's going to come to you after the High School Fan Zone. Coaches from Lubbock High, Friendship, and Lubbock Cooper all paying a visit. Various activities. Randy Rosetta orchestrates that, so I'll have athletes and coaches and God only knows what.
I was watching, Rob Rowe and I were laughing about this, so I was watching the Guardians and the Tigers yesterday, and I think it was a time, Chuck, during when you had mentioned the camera getting broken yesterday, where they had a little time to fill, and so the play-by-play man says, that'll give us time to preview our college football coming up this weekend.
Okay.
Right? And so they list off 2 or 3 games that they had coming up on the schedule. And this was just classic TV guy, right, stuff. And so they're reading off the list, and Todd Frazier is the color analyst.
Mm-hmm.
And this really cracked me up. And so the play-by-play man reads the games and number 18 versus number 6 and blah, 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 blah. And Todd Frazier, who I've enjoyed him now that he's a media member, and I enjoyed him as a player too. He says, man, college football season, it's been a great season so far. Play-by-play man says, yes, sir. And he goes, yeah, a lot of wins. And I'm like, I bet the same amount of losses also.
Yeah, because there aren't many ties. The only ties been in the
A lot of
NFL.
wins. A lot of wins.
A lot of wins. Well, you don't get that kind of analysis anywhere but here on the morning drive. That sounds like us.
So there weren't any games that didn't finish with a win. Just shocking. I was like, baseball guy trying to talk football there. Cracked me up.
This breaking news. We have some breaking news. This is according to the chat line. I'm unaware of this. I've not been notified officially of this yet. Chuck Heinz has just been named the new host of Razorback 97.3.
Wow.
I don't need.
Our time has come to an end again.
No, I'm not selling my house. I ain't moving. I own permanent.
Oh, you're going to do it on Zoom? You're going to zoom in?
Could.
You do the show here with me and
then
maybe
Zoom.
a 9 to 12 over there?
No, that would cut into the real working time. Let's see. Gundy to Arkansas. Chuck will be hired as a special assistant to special teams analyst.
And schedule maker.
I do think back in the day, before the money really became the issue of recruiting, I do think I would have made a pretty good recruiter for an athletic recruiter. Not a coach. Just put me in a suit, put me in, a polo, casual clothes, put me in the living room. I'm pretty sure that I could sell this university and basketball program. I'm pretty sure I could do that. Okay. I'm really, really confident that I could do that. That I'm a good enough salesperson that I could learn how to do it. And read the room and, convince grandma and, mom,
Man, of
dad,
course I met Chuck. That's my
all
guy.
that their daughter or son should come here to play basketball.
It's funny because my daughter has been lucky enough to go on some college visits, and we've had college basketball coaches selling their programs to us.
Right.
And my daughter usually has a few questions, and then she just kind of turns and looks at me like, okay, Dad, now you ask some questions.
Okay.
Because she knows I have different ones.
Sure.
And I wonder if me talking to Chuck, if I would I would have bought his lines or not.
Well, I'd be genuine. I'm genuine. I'll tell you that, like, if I'm talking to somebody about, various things that we have to offer, I'll say if I feel like it's good for them or not. I'll be honest with them.
Yeah. Oh, somebody on the chat line makes great sense here. Make sure you'd wear blue shirts every time it was like a high-level prospect.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.